That shit pops off at the Baratie.
I said, wake the fuck up, sleepy time's over.
You know when you were in high school and you used to be at a high school party and then kids from another high school show up at that party, you know shit is about to go down. You know the beef is swirling. You know the tensions are high. But these other niggas, they look like they about that action. This dude, Don Krieg, got this fucking piss-colored armor and he looks serious. All his dudes look like they're from the trenches. And so while all this shit is happening between the restaurant, Don Krieg's team, Luffy and his team, this random motherfucking Mihawk comes through in a fucking tiny ass motherfucking life raft in the middle of the ocean. There's two niggas that is in this arc where you know it's not to fuck with. It's Sanji. Anybody that's wearing a full motherfucking suit in the Caribbean is fucking crazy, and you know they're about that action. YouTube, what's goody? Today we are back for another One Piece review, and we are reviewing the Baratie arc. Now, this is where the shit gets serious. This is where the shit takes it up a little bit of a notch. This is where we get to see a lot of battling, a lot of fuck shit. And I'm getting a little hyped. I can't even lie. The first 20 episodes, it was a slow burn. I was enjoying it, and I'm feeding off of the fuel of the Netflix series. But I would say if you get up to episode 20 and you give it to that Baratie arc, this is where shit starts to pop off. So let's get right to it. We got the crew, all right? We got Luffy, we got Zoro, we got Nami, we got Usopp, and they're on their way to the Baratie fucking restaurant, right? It's in the middle of the ocean. Ain't nothing around there. It's just this random ass restaurant. And not even 2 seconds going into the restaurant, they see this fucking Marine. This Marine shoots a cannon at them. Luffy ends up deflecting the cannon and it fucking hits the actual restaurant that they need to go to. And this is where we meet the fucking head chef with that fucking weird ass mustache. And he's basically like, yo, Luffy, you damaged my shit. You need to pay off this fucking debt. Now, Luffy, I'm not even gonna lie, Chef Zeph, he fleeced you.
Oh, it's fake. He got you.
He told you that it was gonna take a year to pay off the debt to fix this roof. That was definitely a month's work tops. Not even close to a year.
What?
And at the restaurant, we meet the 5th member of the crew. He's not the member of the crew just yet. I think he becomes the member at the end of this arc, but Sanji. And immediately he tries to riz Nami. Now, I gotta tell you, mad shit pops off at the Baratie.
I said, wake the fuck up, sleepy time's over.
You know when you were in high school and you used to be at a high school party and then kids from another high school show up at that party, you know shit is about to go down. You know the beef is swirling. You know the tensions are high, and that's what's going on here. We got so many different situations. We got the fucking Marine who's causing a ruckus. Sanji's trying to bag his girl also. We got this guy, Geen, who's a pirate that nobody fucks with apparently, who's coming in here starving, talking about his crew was lost at sea, lost their ship, all kind of shit. None of the other cooks want to feed this pirate. They're basically like, yo, we're not fucking with him. But Sanji's got some moral high ground, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna feed this dude.
Hey, yo!
So he feeds Geen, and it seems like everything's copacetic. But then Geen goes back to his fucking crew, and then we meet this big dog, right? This big dog, this guy named Don Krieg. And he basically goes to the restaurant. He's like, yo, if you guys feed me, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Now, in my mind, I'm like, yo, I ain't never trusting a pirate. I know Luffy and his crew is the exception. They're kind of pirates, but not really. They don't look like Captain Barbossa and Jack Sparrow. They just look like a crew who just happened to be on a pirate ship. But these other niggas, they look like they about that action. This dude, Don Krieg, got this fucking piss-colored armor, and he looks serious. All his dudes look like they're from the trenches. But I think Sanji kind of like vouches for them, and he's like, yo, we need to feed them. Again, he's on his moral high ground and all shit like that. And they end up feeding him, and the dude's like, yo, if you feed me, like, I'll get the fuck out of here. And of course, these are some shiesty ass niggas, and when they get fed, they're like, you know what? We're taking over this restaurant. This shit is ours now.
I'll smack everybody in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it was a baby in the backseat.
Don Krieg has his fucking dude who's got like this big ass armor and these pearls, and he's like fighting. Luffy fucks him up. Like some crazy shit happens. But then out of nowhere, when the smoke and all the fucking dust settles, this motherfucker Dracul Mihawk, who you saw in the Netflix series, who's one of my favorite fucking looking villains, like this motherfucker was badass, comes through, and Zoro's like, yo, that's one of the fucking top dogs of the fucking ocean or the sea. I forget the fucking title that they give him. He's also the greatest swordsman. I need to clap this nigga to fucking get my fucking dream off. And so while all this shit is happening between the restaurant, Don Krieg's team, Luffy and his team, this random motherfucking Mihawk comes through in a fucking tiny ass motherfucking life raft in the middle of the ocean. There's two niggas that is in this arc where it's not to fuck with. It's Sanji. Anybody that's wearing a full motherfucking suit in the Caribbean is fucking crazy, and they're about that action.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
And this motherfucker Mihawk. This motherfucker in the middle of the ocean on a tiny ass life raft, not complaining nothing. You know he's about that action.
Yeah.
Fucking Zoro and Mihawk get the scrapping, and Mihawk is this is child's play for him. He takes out a little fucking Swiss Army knife to fight Zoro, and he's got 3 fucking Uchi katanas, and he fucking washes them, gives fucking Zoro the biggest gash in his fucking stomach. He's out for the count. He can't even fight in the battle after this, and Mihawk is just like, yo, I respect you, but I'm out this bitch. And he leaves on his fucking lazy river raft into the middle of the fucking sunset. Fucking wild. I mean, maybe I missed it. Let me know in the comments. I don't even know why this nigga was here in the first place. Bruh. And Nami is a real fucking scammer, yo. She is the definition of a city girl. This is baby mama activity. She belongs in Shade Room comments. I know she didn't steal the Straw Hats fucking ship and their gold while all of this shit is popping off, yo. That is fucked up, Nami.
You raggedy bitch.
Don Krieg is like, yo, Gin, you need to fucking, like, work for us and, like, fight these dudes. And Gin's like, he's on the fence because he's like, yo, Sanji fed us, but, like, I'm a loyal fucking lieutenant, so I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. He takes out his weapons. I don't even know what type of weapons those are, but he starts to scrap with Sanji. And Sanji, we get to see him put in work. And like I said, any motherfucker that's wearing a full fucking suit and tie in the middle of the fucking Caribbean, he ain't to fuck with. So Don Krieg hops in, and he's got this big ass shield that shoots out these fucking bamboo needles. And he also has like this bomb that shoots out this poison fucking, I don't even know what it is. It's just like a poison bomb. It throws out poison smoke. And boy, do I tell you, this is the first battle of One Piece that, like, hand-to-hand scrapping, like, actual fighting is going on. I know we had the Freddy Krueger nigga. Like, there was, like, some pauses in between there. It wasn't, like, really a fight. There was a couple of things going on. That Chop clown dude, like, again, that wasn't, like, a real fight. This is the first time where we actually get to see Luffy and somebody else go one-on-one. Don Krieg's got mad weapons. He got a fucking shield that did all that shit I was talking about before. He's got a fucking battle axe. He's got like this reverse guillotine, not reverse guillotine. What's the first? Reverse Iron Maiden shit that's like an extra shield. And Luffy, he's not the most, I would say, finesseful or graceful rubber band type of fighter. I'm gonna have to give that to like Elastigirl. But where he doesn't make up with like finesse or swagger, especially with his fighting style, my man makes up with efficiency. He gets points for efficiency and strength. It don't gotta look sexy. It don't gotta look amazing. But my man gets the job done. He was throwing these haymaker punches that were just blasting through Don Krieg's whole fucking armor, giving him a bloody nose, missing teeth, all of that shit. He was fucking throwing them up in the air, slamming them on the dock. I mean, they were going in. They were going toe to toe. Don Krieg pulled out this battle axe that looked kind of weird. It didn't really look like an axe, but I think they called it that. But then Luffy fucking cracked that shit. And man, they were fucking going in. Luffy ends up defeating Don Krieg. Don Krieg knows that if you eat a devil's fruit that you can't swim, so he tries to drown Luffy at the same time, but Luffy ends up winning. And I mean, yo, this was like the first time where I was like locked in. I mean, obviously I've been locked in for the other episodes, but this I was like, oh, I feel like I'm watching like Dragon Ball Z. Like I feel like I'm watching Dragon Ball Z early episodes, obviously. You know, it was just dope. It was dope. I like this. I've been dying to see some one-on-one battles, some like actual action. So far it's been like, you know, goofy a little bit. It's been like adventure a little bit. Like there's been enemies, but it hasn't really been like the one-on-ones, the good fights. But this whole arc was just like mayhem. It was fucking destruction. It was like mad shit, mad villains popping out of nowhere, mad fights. And I gotta give it up. Round of a fucking applause. And that pretty much wraps up this arc. I mean, at the end, obviously, Sanji agrees to fucking go with the Straw Hat crew. And we got the full squad. I think there's maybe one more member, at least from what I could see from newer shit. But either way, I'm fucking digging this. This was, like I said, this was the first time where I was like, oh, like, motherfuckers is getting busy. Like, there's action. It almost felt like a fucking war zone. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you comment. Let me know what your favorite arc is. Like this video, share it, sub the channel, do all the shit that you're supposed to do that YouTubers fucking beg you guys to do, even though you guys don't do it. And other than that, I will catch you guys for the next One Piece reaction, review, whatever the fuck it's called. Deuces.